Sightsee the Tarot is a series on my channel through which I take you on a tour of tarot books, spreads, techniques and tips, different decks, and more. Today's video tutorial will be a hands-on workshop, so please watch while you're seated comfortably in front of your reading space with a deck of cards ready to go. You're also going to want pen and paper nearby. You're also going to need a single loose-leaf sheet of paper. Yep, it's going to get artsy and crafty. Today's session will be a guided card reading that harnesses the element of water from the tarot with the objective of bringing our emotional state to balance. In this new book, Melissa Cynova, author of the award-winning and highly celebrated debut Kitchen Table Tarot, is going to be your own personal tarot life coach to help you clarify the complex issues you face, unstick what's stuck, and move forward toward achieving your biggest goals. Tarot Elements is a book of stories, tarot readings, hands-on exercises, and deep tokens of wisdom on how to live your best life. Paired with Kitchen Table Tarot to help you interpret the card readings if you're still a novice, Tarot Elements is an accessible guide to deepen your spiritual practices. I'm going to share with you Cynova's emotionally charged water reading, and we'll walk through her instructions step by step, a sampling straight from her book, but I'll show you how I've tweaked it for my own personal practices. Her water reading is about parsing through your emotions. This can be to help you navigate questions around love, relationships, or even just how you feel about yourself. Today, we're going to be using the water reading for self-love to help us restore emotional balance. Post-edit here because the narration about to come is really confusing. Sorry about that. I'm going to be talking like you're supposed to be doing the tarot reading at warp lightning speed while I go through the card positions, but no, don't. Relax. Just take in the overview of the tarot spread positions. Then when we get to this point where I'll ask you to pick up your cards and shuffle your cards along with me, that's when you start the reading, okay? So for this warp speed overview, relax, don't freak out. Just watch and get the lay of the land. Here's the water reading tarot spread. We'll start with the top row. Cards 1, 2, and 3 will be a 3-card reading that sheds light on what gets in your way. Below the 3 cards you just pulled, start forming a second row, cards 4 and 5. These 2 cards together indicate what pulls you forward. So to review, you've got a top row of 3 cards, a row below that of 2 cards, and each row of grouped cards tells you something specific. Now for the bottom row, pull a single card. This one card will be your life raft, your path saver. This is what you can hold on to. You should now have 6 cards out on the table, more or less arranged in 3 rows, but of course the exact configuration is up to you to make everything fit on the frame. As you can see here, I've squished the second and third rows together. Here's my own tweak. Since this is a water reading, I'm going to use the major arcana and only the suit of cups from my tarot deck. So I'll start by separating out the majors and the cups. If you're willing to try it my way for this one sitting, then pause the video here and do the same. But Cynova's instructions are for the entire deck. So if you prefer to work with the whole deck, then just shuffle your cards while I do my little sorting card thing. If you're using just the majors and suit of cups like me, then make sure the 2 are thoroughly shuffled. Now let's proceed with the spread. For this guided session, we're going to be specific and read about what might be chipping away at our self-confidence or even sense of self-worth. Before you start to shuffle, hold the cards in both palms and be very still. Close your eyes if that helps you to focus. Take your time to feel the rhythms, pulsing, and subtle vibrations from the top of your head all the way down and sweep along with you every single ripple of tension or emotional knot that you feel. Sweep it down through your 2 arms, out your palms, and as energy poured into your cards. Now focus your attention down at your feet and sweep up. Again, Sensing out every pulse and subtle vibration that feels like tension or an emotional knot, and sweep it along with you, wiping it up, up, up to your shoulders, down and out to your arms, out your palms, and as streams of energy poured into your cards. Open your eyes, take a couple of deep, deep breaths, and begin shuffling. Pause here until you're done shuffling. Resume when ready. I proceed to form the first row of 3 cards. What gets in the way of me feeling more self-assured, and what's challenging my sense of self-worth? Now the second row of 2 cards. What is it that I need so I feel validated and worthy? Finally, your last card in the third row. Show me the path to walk so I can be my most confident, satisfied, and self-assured. Sidebar, in my reading, since I'm using the Spirit Keeper's Tarot in the universe of that tarot deck, when a stronghold or tarot page shows up, that's a messenger knocking on my window saying, hey, some divinity on the other side has a message for you. So I draw a second card. In my reading, the message card I pulled was Key 17, the star. Now it's time for you to journal. You will have 3 questions presented in your journal entry, and you're going to answer each of those questions for yourself based on your spread of cards. Sorry, post-edit, just to clarify, in the subsequent instructions to come, when I say to journal about question 1, what I mean is refer to the first row of 3 cards you pulled for your reading and ruminate on what these cards mean to you. Answer the question, what gets in your way, based on what these 3 cards are telling you. Then, for question 2, you're going to refer to the second row of 2 cards. Referring to these 2 cards, journal in response to question 2. Finally, for question 3, you're going to refer to the final single card. Write into your journal what this card 6 is saying to you, and more specifically, how it's answering question 3. Okay, hopefully now we're clear. Let's continue. Question 1. What gets in the way of me feeling more self-assured, and what's challenging my sense of self-worth? Pause here, write that question down in your journal, and free write. Question 2. What is it that I need so I feel validated and worthy? Pause here, write this second question down, and free write. Question 3. Show me the path to walk so I can be my most confident, satisfied, and self-assured. Pause here and free write. Remember that single loose-leaf sheet of paper I told you to have on hand? Fold it in half to form a vertical crease to create 2 columns on the page. This is a little bit magic and a little bit psychology, all rolled into a very effective exercise that's going to leave you feeling so much better. When we're not feeling emotionally balanced, there are several reasons. Stress, exhaustion, which is when we overexert ourselves, illness, either physical or mental, grief, depression or melancholy, indecisiveness, feeling lethargic, experiencing inertia or a sense of sloth. This is when we are not fully utilizing our personal assets, our skills, or putting our knowledge to practical use. Defeatism, believing that we're engulfed by a conflict or obstacle that we just can't overcome. Loss, whether that's the loss of a relationship we valued, the loss of a job, or a loss of a friend through betrayal, etc. Or it's being threatened with imminent danger or harm. This is when basic survival is in question. Of course, this is not a comprehensive list, but broadly speaking, on a day-to-day basis, these are the most common culprits of emotional imbalance. So now on the left column of your sheet of paper, you're going to be listing out the very case-specific events or ways you're feeling stressed or exhausted and overwhelmed, what you're currently still grieving over, or the specific ways you've been experiencing emotional imbalance, fatigue, melancholy, grief, stress, exhaustion. Unleash emotionally onto the page. It should feel like a flood, like water just pouring right out, picking right up and washing out of your system all of your anxieties. Search this list. Where do you see your own emotional imbalances? Pause here and make your list in the left column of your folded paper. Now on the right side of the page, in symmetry with the concerns you listed out on the left, write down your hopes, what you hope for that can offset that concern, worry, or fear. In her book, Cynova gives the following examples. Concern, I'll lose my job. Hope, I will always be happily employed. Concern, I'm going to get a divorce. Hope, my marriage is solid and we are crazy in love. Concern, we're going to go broke. Hope, the universe will always provide us with enough. Concern, I'll lose the house. Hope, we will always have a happy home, and so on. The hopes should be written in the form of affirmations. These statements are the positive and optimistic opposite of your listed concerns. And finally, write these statements in first person. So the point of view attracts this positivity toward you. You're aligning the ego with these listed hopes. If you're not done with your loose leaf page of concerns and hopes, pause here and finish up, and take as much time as you need. Now that you're done and each worry has been neutralized by an affirmation of hope, tear or cut the sheet of paper right down the center along that folded crease. In Melissa Cynova's book, she recommends burning that crumpled up left column of paper, and for magical reasons, I totally agree. It's going to be a lot more powerful if you burn it to ash. For this guided session, however, we're going to just tear it to smithereens. I personally find this oddly satisfying, but again, if you can safely burn it, then in terms of magical practice, it's going to be better to burn than to tear. Once I've got a little pile of torn bits of paper, I'll sprinkle salt over it, and in my psychic mind and through my will, energetically purify the paper, as if changing the state of the words that had been written on there. I will also light my working candle. I mean, everyone has a working candle on hand, right? Right. So I'll light it and then clear all traces of the negativity with some sacred smoke. How you do that, what exact wood or herb you use is up to you. Sage, Palo Santo, sandalwood, cedarwood, you do you. This step that I'm adding is for me to clear all traces of what was drummed up on that worry and anxiety list, and also clear the air, so this is a happy place once again. Then toss the bits of paper and salt away with the trash. As for the remaining column on the right, when you look at this remaining part of the paper, take the next few moments to add ornamentation and decorate it, stylize it, or in some way, any creative way at all, emphasize the importance of these words. As you do so, feel loving, protective, confident, positive energy emanating out of you through your hand and fingers into your pen and onto the ink that's now gracing the paper. Cynova suggests that after this session, go take a bath. I like to add bath salts infused with frankincense, myrrh, lemongrass, cinnamon oil, and sandalwood. By the way, equal parts Epsom salt and baking soda will soothe the tensions in those muscles. Really approach the bath as a personal purification ritual. Calm your breath and feel yourself unwinding, loosening, and relaxing. After the bath, take a shower to wash away all your problems and complaints. Feel energetically cleansed and purified. Melissa Cynova is a psychic intuitive tarot reader with a down-to-earth casual style that I absolutely adore. This emotional balancing and stress-reducing tarot session I just shared helped me through a really rough patch in my life. Tarot Elements by Melissa Cynova is a powerful guide to using the tarot for personal transformation, and this water reading has done wonders to my wellness. I hope you'll find that it does the same for you.